Ah, the sweet taste of success. Or is it just the complimentary champagne? Either way, it's delicious. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth did this guy Graham, the Canadian jet setter, afford an $8,000 business class flight? Well, let me let you in on a little secret. I didn't. I used credit card points, and today I'm going to teach you exactly how you can climb the Canadian credit card ladder so one day you too can be flying high without the high price. But hey, if lie flat seats aren't your style, no worries. Whether you're just getting started, looking to rebuild, or you've already got a couple cards and aren't sure what's next, this guide is going to get you set on the right path. Ready to get started? Alright, picture this. Credit is like a hammer. It can help you build something amazing. A dream vacation, a solid financial foundation, but it can also be a nightmare if you're not careful. Just like a hammer can hit a nail or your thumb, credit can unlock amazing experiences and savings, but it can also cost you a fortune if you overextend yourself and don't pay your bills on time. Ouch! There are three main reasons I choose to climb the Canadian credit card ladder. The first is to build credit. Everyone obsesses over that magic number, right? But here's the thing. Especially for us Canadians, what really matters is having a credit history and making sure that it's not bad. That's it. A perfect score of 800 isn't necessarily better than a 650 when it comes to getting a good rate or even being approved for credit cards. Banks are looking at the whole picture, your income, your value as a customer, and so on. So don't stress too much about hitting the perfect credit score, focus on not messing it up. Number 2 is to save money, and we are starting to get to the good stuff. Every bank wants your business, and they're willing to offer you some sweet incentives to get it. With the right card, you can get anywhere from 5 to even 10% back in value on certain spend categories. It's like getting an automatic discount on everything you buy. And who doesn't love a good discount, eh? Many cards have annual fees, but with strategic use, you can get way more value back. And number 3 is unlocking amazing premium travel experiences. This is what got me hooked. The travel perks. With the right card, you can unlock some incredible travel experiences. We're talking business class flights, access to swanky airport lounges, and luxurious hotel stays all around the world. You can also use your points to book a regular vacation. I choose to go big. If you can use $600 worth of points to book a $3,000 flight, why wouldn't you? Now let's look at exactly how we climb the Canadian credit card ladder. Number 1, just starting. This is where everyone begins, whether you're fresh out of school or rebuilding your credit. The credit score needed here? Not applicable. Anyone can get approved for these cards. We're talking about secured cards and student cards, designed for people with little to no credit history, lower incomes, and no annual fees. The goal here is simple. Learn how to use credit. Focus on understanding how credit works, when your statement cycle closes, when to pay your bills, and the fact that a credit card is a short-term unsecured loan. Master these basics and you'll be ready to move up to the next step. None of these cards will earn you a luxe vacation, but that's not the point. You've got a ton of options and each bank will have an offering. I've linked some of my favorite options for starters and students in the description. I'd personally pick a Visa or MasterCard at this stage as they can be used almost anywhere. CIBC has a nice Aventura Visa option, especially for students, and BMO has a great starter option to earn travel points for everyone. Next up, the beginner tier. This is exciting news. In this tier, you can already start to earn valuable points through welcome bonuses and your day-to-day spending. Many programs will also offer these beginner cards with a first-year annual fee rebate, which is a great way to earn a bunch of points and get some airport lounge time for next to nothing. Note, the objective here is still about responsible credit management. Your credit limit might jump to $1,000 or more, but remember to spend wisely and make sure you can pay your balance off in full every month. In this tier, we do start to see personal or household income requirements. Typically, there is no posted minimum credit score to apply, but the higher the better. If you've been practicing proper credit usage in the starter tier for a year, it could be time to jump up to the beginner tier. The exact offer for each credit card is always changing, so I'll keep updated links in the description of this video. I think the CIBC Aventura Gold is a great card in this tier. Right now, you get a first-year annual rebate, which is an $139 value, plus you get 4 airport lounge passes, a Nexus credit to help you skip airport and border security lines, and 45,000 Aventura points as a welcome bonus when hitting the minimum spend requirement. There's only a $15,000 personal or household income requirement. I've listed some of my other favorites below too. If you're looking for super valuable points to redeem on luxury seats, I'd consider the TD Aeroplan Visa Platinum or the RBC Avion Visa Platinum. Next up, number 3, mid-level. Now we're getting to the really fun part. Here the rewards get seriously juicy. The banks start throwing bigger and bigger welcome bonuses your way, and you can start racking up points in my favorite programs for Canadians. The 3 I focus on collecting most are Amex membership rewards, Air Canada Aeroplan, and RBC Avion. These points can be incredibly valuable if you play your cards right. No pun intended. You'll also start seeing some higher annual fees, so it's really important to weigh the benefits versus the costs in this tier. I think the most underrated card is the American Express Cobalt. I know what you're thinking. What kind of Canadian patriot would suggest using an American Express card? Especially because it isn't taken everywhere in Canada. Hear me out. This card earns 5 times points on groceries, restaurants, and food delivery. If you're watching this video, you very likely live in Canada and are spending a lot on our insanely high food prices. 5 membership rewards points per dollar spent is like 5% in cash back, as you can redeem your points as a statement credit. But these points are travel points, so you can transfer them to awesome airline partners like Air Canada Aeroplan or British Airways Avios at a 1-to-1 rate. I do this, book awesome flights, and get the equivalent of 10% plus in cash back on my food spend. This is the card I recommend most to family and friends, as there isn't a close competitor. If you don't want an Amex, I'm judging you. Just kidding. The TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite or RBC Avion Visa Infinite will both earn you super valuable points. If you want a MasterCard for Costco, I like the WestJet RBC MasterCard or the BMO World Elite Air Miles MasterCard. Lastly, number 4, the premium tier. These cards are the top dogs. The annual fees are steep, but the perks, oh the perks. Unlimited airport lounge access, priority services, dining credits, and a points bonus that will make your jaw drop. If you travel a lot or just love luxury travel, this is where you want to be. In this tier, I'd consider the American Express Platinum, the American Express Aeroplan Reserve, and or the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite Privilege. These cards aren't just about flexing, they're about maximizing value in every aspect of your travel and spending. You may think you need a super high credit score and annual income to get these cards, but that's actually not always the case. The American Express Platinum has no minimum income requirement or credit requirement, but you absolutely have to make sure that you're using the points and benefits to offset the super high annual fee. I pay for the $799 American Express Platinum card, but get thousands of dollars in value through their points, $200 travel credit, $200 dining credit, unlimited airport lounge access, automatic status at Marriott and Hilton hotels, and so much more. I did a breakdown of all the benefits I've used with this card and how to get maximum value from it that I'll link up above. And that's the Canadian credit card ladder. Let me know if you have any specific credit card questions in the comments and I'll be sure to answer. Cheers!